All right, guys, well, I'm back today to discuss hunting with your AR-15 rifle. One of the coolest things about the AR platform is the unsurpassed modularity of the system itself. Everything from the rail systems, the muzzle brakes, the complete upper assembly with a wide variety of calibers, the lower assembly with the ability to swap out triggers, stocks, and I could keep going on. If you want more information about ARs, high value and budget ARs, and just what AR may be right for you, definitely subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. I'm always reviewing ARs and their optics, but today we're going to be discussing the benefits of utilizing an AR-15 for different hunting applications across the board. Now, this is not discussing the AR-10 platform, which a lot of people will utilize for hunting applications or long-range shootings, which generally is chambered in the 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, or other calibers of that larger frame design. This is purely discussing the AR-223-556 platform and the ability to swap out upper assemblies with different calibers that you see here that would make it more advantageous for hunting, starting with the 223-556. Now, some states will allow hunting deer with 223 or 556. Now, I am no hunting expert, so I'm going to leave what caliber for what game up to you, but what I am going to discuss is the ability to shoot a wide variety of calibers out of a standard AR-15, starting with the 5.56, and there are so many varied loads, including different hollow points and ballistic tip ammo, that will allow you to take a game up to the size of a deer with ease in certain states where it's allowed. Was actually talking with a friend the other day. His son took his AR out, a hollow point, shot it right clean, jumped up, jumped down, ran about 10 yards and dropped. So it is capable. Now, is it the best option? Probably not. And that's what this video is also discussing, other better options than the 223 or 556. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Since I am no hunting expert, what do you guys think is the best AR-15 cartridge for hunting deer and other game? If you were utilizing the 223 or 556 for hunting applications, I think coyotes, varmints, that would be a good opportunity. Now, when we're swapping out different upper assemblies, you actually simply remove these two pins, pull it off, and drop your new complete upper on, and now you've completely swapped calibers for whatever type of game you are hunting, and that's the cool thing about the AR. The other neat thing is you can use red dots for up-close shooting applications or scopes like LPVOs or low-power variable optics. I discussed some of my favorites on the channel, allowing you guys to really navigate and understand what optics may be right for you in a wide variety of situations. The next cartridge we're going to be talking about is actually the 6.5 Grendel. This is an absolutely awesome cartridge for longer range shooting or hunting applications out of the AR-15 platform. You've got that 6.5 millimeter diameter bullet, a ton of different hunting rounds, and this is a formidable opponent to many large game North American animals, and it's readily available. Now, you could find a ton of steel-cased 6.5 Grendel ammo when it was being made and imported by Wolf, but now that that's dried up, you're really relegated to a lot of brass-cased ammunition, which is fine, so you're not going to be using it for plinking, but it still makes a great hunting cartridge, and it drops right on to the top of this AR-15 complete lower assembly. If you're unfamiliar, the lower is actually the only part that's considered a firearm, so swapping out the uppers is very simple, and that allows you to just ship them directly to your house. So if you wanted to swap them out, this 6.5 Grendel is a great longer range or hunting application. The next round we're going to be discussing is the 300 Blackout round. Now, this is primarily used for subsonic applications and suppressed shooting in my personal arsenal. But since it's a 30 caliber projectile, you can also get supersonic ammo like this black tip stuff right here, which is a ballistic tip defensive ammo, and it would also work great for hunting applications. Now, when you're looking at this 30 caliber projectile, you're not going to get as long range with this as you would something like that 6.5 Grendel. So the Grendel may be great for 200 yards and out, those types of hunting scenarios, or at least the potential to shoot out past 200 yards. But the 300 Blackout is probably going to be good right at that 50 to 150 yard range when you're considering ballistic tip supersonic ammo for hunting larger game. Now, with that being said, you can actually use the same magazines that you would for a standard 5.56 for the 300 blackout because it's actually a necked up 5.56 cartridge. You can also use the same BCGs, and the only thing you need to swap out is the barrel, technically, to run 300 blackout. But a lot of companies like Bear Creek Arsenal, which we're going to be talking about a little bit more in the future, as well as Palmetto State Armory, sell complete upper assemblies minus the bolt carrier group and charging handle as low as sometimes $160, $170 from Bear Creek, allowing you to technically swap out a complete upper, utilize the same BCG and charging handle, and shoot 300 blackout with that different upper assembly using the 300 blackout barrel. But do not get them interchanged. Make sure you're marking your magazines and your uppers to understand the difference, because you could accidentally chamber a 300 blackout in a 5.56 and it could go boom. You don't want that. So the cool thing about 300 blackout, especially if you're hunting 200 yards and in, is the fact that you can actually swap out different components and get in a lot cheaper than some of these other calibers, making it a great option. And you can also utilize the same magazines. So this is what I would recommend, especially around here in North Carolina for deer hunting. Again, closer than 200 yards, it makes a great option. Now this is 7.62 by 39, commonly found in the AK cartridge, but you can swap out complete upper assemblies, although the mags are not compatible, the bolts are not compatible, and you get about the same ballistics as a 300 blackout. So in my opinion, just for hunting applications, the 300 blackout works. But if you happen to have a ton of 7.62 by 39 lying around, maybe thousands of rounds that you bought when it was dirt cheap, and you wanted an upper assembly that you could run, shoot, and just plink with, but also hunt with, that would be a great application. Now we're starting to get into our big bore cartridges, still being shot out of the AR-15 lower assembly. And a lot of these are going to be straight walled cartridges, allowing them to be utilized for hunting in states that regulate what types of cartridges you can hunt with. A lot of states do state that you have to shoot or hunt with straight walled cartridges, and this one is a 350 Legend. These come out to about $1 a round. They pack a punch. They're fairly large, but the recoil is pretty darn manageable. They also will take down, again, large game pretty close up. With your straight walled cartridges, I'm looking at about 150 yards max, but again, we are not discussing the exact ballistics of every single round, just a general summary. So again, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below about some of these big bore guys, and if you guys use them for hunting applications, we can use that comment section as a nice give and take. The next one I want to discuss is actually the 450 Bushmaster. This is going to put a hurting on something, and a lot of these can be found over on Bear Creek Arsenal's website for very affordable prices for complete upper assemblies. If you want some of those best deals, you can actually head over to my campsite page, and my campsite page will be in the description below. When you look at a lot of those opportunities, you can see them for right at about $250 or even cheaper to swap out a complete upper, grab a mag, a couple boxes of ammo, and you're good to go. And finally, the Mac Daddy of all of the big bore cartridges, the 50 Beowulf. Now this is like an anti-material round, but if you wanted to put a hurting on some hogs or something that's really mean and you wanted to take it down with one shot, this is also a great opportunity. Now, another company I want to discuss is actually Target Sports USA. Target Sports USA has their own in-house lineup of New Republic ammo, but on top of that, they've got a ton of different calibers in stock, and it's super easy to sort through all of those calibers, especially when you consider all of these hunting calibers that we just talked about for the AR-15 platform. Now with that, they also have their Ammo Plus membership service that saves you 8% off and free shipping across the board with no minimum. So if you just wanted to buy one box of 350 Legend, it works out perfectly because you don't have to run to the gun shop and pay a very high price. You can get an affordable price online, and with that Ammo Plus membership, save 8% in free shipping. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope it gives you a ton of different applications for hunting for your AR-15 that you might not have known about, or maybe just kind of refreshed your memory on the wide variety of calibers that the AR can be chambered in utilizing the standard lower. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me what you do. Let's just have that discussion. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.